Hello everybody, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of The Bench Bros. On The Bench Bros, anything goes. Here in Episode 1, we have a ton of NBA news and rumors that we'd like to dive right into. But first, I'd like to get introductions out of the way. I'm Lucas Stieferman. I'm going to attempt to be lead anchor and keep this show going. With me, some of my color commentators are Andy Hueste, Caleb Maassen, Austin Wagner, and Adam Maassen.
What's good?
We're going to go ahead and dive right into some NBA stuff right now, and to start, we're going to start with something that I am really pained to even consider as an opportunity for the NBA. Is the news broke a couple days ago that LeBron James could go to the Golden State Warriors.
There's not a possibility.
There is a possibility.
What I want, to keep this nice and organized, I want on a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being LeBron died a little bit when he heard this, and 100 being LeBron James secretly owns Golden State Warriors pajamas.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. He owns
Either
Golden State
way,
Warriors pajamas.
0 to 100. Adam, give me a number.
I gotta go with how bad the Cavs are bringing going now. I'm gonna go 30%.
30%? Okay, I can respect that number. Austin?
Whenever I saw this news, Lucas, I couldn't believe it at first, so I'm gonna go with the solid 5. There's a slight chance, but it's very slim.
No. Alright, Caleb?
There is a 0% chance LeBron James will be on the Golden State Warriors.
0%. That's a small number.
Next season, by the end of his career, 0%.
Andy?
I'll be totally honest with you, Lucas. He's tired of tapping that. 100% Golden State Warriors.
Really?
Man.
Okay. I'm going to go with a solid 25. I believe that there is a 100% chance that LeBron James is out of Cleveland.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I think there's a possibility.
I think there's a chance he goes to Golden State. I think San Antonio has a chance. I think Philadelphia has a chance. And I think any other Los Angeles team has a chance.
No.
But
I gotta cancel you out on that Philadelphia one.
Really?
There's no way. There's no way he wants to go in the Eastern Conference. He wants to compete.
I mean, he mentored
he wants
Simmons,
to. Wait,
but
riddle me this, Adam. Hold on. Did you just say he wants to go to the Eastern?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Because he wants to compete.
He wants to compete with actual All-Stars instead of people who are acting like All-Stars that the Eastern Conference has now.
boys.
Okay.
This guy right here.
Okay.
I guess we're just gonna let Adam live in whatever la la land. No, we're moving on. We're moving on. Shut up, Adam. Adam Maassen, shut up. Right now we're gonna move on. I want to know if LeBron James goes to Golden State and gets 3 more rings, he catches Jordan. Do you think that makes him greatest of all time, or do you think going to Golden State stains him?
It's completely like his GOAT status is washed. It's gone.
It's washed.
He's done some great things in his career, and he'll always be known for the great things he's done in his career, but he won't ever be considered the greatest of all time if he goes to a team of that caliber.
I agree.
You agree? I can agree with that.
He won't earn his rings at Golden
He won't.
State.
He will not earn
He
his
will not
rings.
earn his ring,
But
he will still keep he won't keep the respect either, but he will still have that legacy still with him.
Is there anywhere you think he can go that he can earn a ring better than in Cleveland? Because, I mean, he could go to a team. What are teams that are contending right now? Houston, he'd have to take less money.
Toronto
He said
Raptors.
He ain't going to Toronto.
I think you're pushing yourself.
I think that LeBron, ultimately this offseason, is going to make a business decision, and that's go somewhere where his brand will sell, and his brand will sell best based off 2 things, location and winning. And ultimately location, California's great, and winning, well, Golden State wins about as much as he can, so we'll see there. Any other thoughts on that?
I got my prediction.
Andy has a prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it.
LeBron to the Los Angeles Clippers.
LeBron to the Clippers.
Dang, that is
the Clippers.
Okay.
That's
a bold one.
Griffin.
Okay.
That's a. I mean, there is a
They've
possibility.
been making those cap
There's cap
space.
space.
Hold on, boys. It's time for Bench Play of the Week.
Here we go.
This week,
Bring
the
on the
Bench
potato.
Play
Let's
of the
go.
Week. It is something truly special. We got Lance Stevenson. Well, Lance gonna dance. That's all I can say about that.
Look at this.
He's
Oh, we gotta wave
going
the
down
hands.
the court. He
we
waves
gotta
them
wave the
hands.
hands.
Well, first you blow in LeBron's face, then you do this. That's
dude,
gotta be.
this
That's
is-
gotta be
he
something
earns it.
special. That's something special.
This
He
is
earns it, man.
prime
That is
Lance
prime.
Stevenson right here. This is, I don't even know.
Lance comes out every game, every day, and
So,
all that he wants to do is make a show for the fans. He does it again this week.
I can respect that. Lance coming off the bench, doing great. That's our bench play of the week. Tune in next week, see what bench player steps up, makes a great play. Coming up next on our docket of stuff to talk about, we have the trade deadline and everything going on in the NBA.
There's some crazy stuff
Let's
going on.
go
Crazy
ahead
stuff.
and talk with the deal that obviously has already been done. Andy mentioned it earlier with his bold Clippers LeBron prediction.
Oh wow! No, I still can't believe.
If you haven't heard, Lob City is officially completely dead. Blake Griffin is now in Motor City, going to be jumping over those American-made cars now instead of Kias.
Oh, boys.
Who won this trade, boys? Who won it?
Detroit Pistons.
The Pistons got a steal, but I don't think that it's as big of a W as most people make it out to be. Just because, I don't know. I think the Clippers could have gotten more out of it, gotten more picks, brighter future. But Tobias Harris was a good pickup for him. And
Avery Bradley.
Avery Bradley is
Avery Bradley.
Jordan.
Avery Bradley is in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation almost every year. He's taken a step down, leaving the Boston system, obviously, but everyone does that because Boston's the best team in the NBA.
Oh man, now you're
Okay,
oh
okay.
my god, now you
Okay.
listen,
Now
that
you want to
is
start some
It's
shit.
terrible.
that is some garbage right there. That is a trash can over the face right there.
Okay. Moving on. About that trade, is DeAndre Jordan next, boys?
Yes.
Yeah, he's gone.
You think?
I bet
Okay.
I bet
There's
what they'll
no
do
way.
is they'll send DeAndre to the Cavs for the Brooklyn pick.
Okay.
And they'll take on some salary cap from Iman
Okay.
Shumpert, JR, them type
So-
of players, but
Back to the LeBron thing. Cavs get DeAndre Jordan. Does LeBron stay?
No.
no, I don't
No.
unless
There is no
they
way.
win the ring this year, which is very unlikely. They would have to make it through the Boston Celtics and make it through the Golden State Warriors or the Houston Rockets. They can't do it.
So you say the only way LeBron James is staying Austin is if he gets a ring this year.
I feel like that is how it's gonna
Okay.
be.
You
Then-
hit it. You hit it.
More on this Clippers stuff. Andy, is Lou Williams getting traded?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know who to, but yes.
Okay. I like to think he's going to Boston. Going to really bolster that second unit.
That is
Yeah,
true.
no,
That is-
You already
that is
got
possible.
Kyrie Irving.
There is a
What do you
possibility.
expect?
You all have enough trade assets. I can.
You got enough. You got enough people to talk about.
Lou Williams is, no matter where he goes, he's going to be a volume scorer, either in any starting lineup he goes to or any bench.
I
So
feel
that
like
means-
he's gonna stay off the
Here, I got a
bench.
question for you
I
guys.
feel like he's gonna stay off.
Okay,
Did
Andy.
Lou Williams get snubbed this year?
Absolutely.
He did.
Lou-
He
Gordon,
got snubbed.
Goran Dragic, or however you say his
Yeah,
foreign ass
Goran
name, should
Dragic.
not be an all-star.
he
It should most definitely be Lou
I
He
Williams.
would be the last person on my list to have
Yeah,
as an
fair.
all-star.
Like here, I have people that should have been over Dragic.
Okay. Lou Will,
Lou Will should have been
Ben
over.
Simmons.
Oh yeah.
Ben Simmons is a
Simmons
huge
has
one.
been having an
He
impact
should
here.
have been.
I think either Jason
can,
Tatum or Jalen Brown
Some
won.
people can argue that.
I go with Tatum.
I think both of them are higher than Goran Dragic.
The only thing
Moron
that I can
Dragic.
say about
Goran
Dragic,
Dragic.
the only thing that I can say about Dragic is that he has led that Heat team to be
No, he hasn't.
somewhat of
No,
a
Hassan
it's
Whiteside.
Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside's led that.
Whiteside has played 34 out of the 52 games, and most of them
wow.
are on minute restrictions. So Dragic has been the leader of that team
Okay.
and brought them to that 5th seed that they are.
Either way, pulling it back to some more trade deadline moves. Tyreke Evans obviously has been benched in where it is
Memphis.
Thank you, Caleb. He's been benched in Memphis until they trade him or sort that out. Who could use his talents, Adam?
Tyreke Evans.
He's really a Swiss Army knife of a player.
Yeah.
You could put him into any bench
does.
and he'll get you some buckets.
I
He'll
would,
get you
I
some
would probably
assists.
go with Austin's Oklahoma City. I'd probably see him in the.
He could be
see
good
him in
there.
Thunder
He
jersey.
He
The
could be
Thunder
really
could
good.
really use
Yeah.
a bench player.
See him in Thunder
Yeah,
jersey.
put him off the bench, bring him, be our 6th man, get that our bench to have a player that can
And
score in
that'd be a
volume.
great replacement for Robertson.
It
Yeah.
would. You could
Tyreke
even
Evans is a
you
great
could throw
player.
Tyreke
Yeah.
Evans is a great player.
and he's on a very low contract this
He
year.
is. He really got screwed with that contract this offseason.
And he's showing himself, so he's going to get a huge contract next year. We can let him go, or whatever need be. But he would be great for the Thunder.
Just something to touch on more with the trade deadline. Greg Monroe was actually acquired by the Celtics this Friday. That's something to be excited about. Celtics are getting a rebounder, patching the one hole in their team.
That is
very true. They have somebody that can get them boards and is a low post threat.
Here's a question for you boys. Can Greg Monroe return to his Detroit Pistons form under the Brad Stevens system?
No.
I feel like he can still average 10 points a game, 8 rebounds a game.
You think Greg Monroe can go back to being a double-double guy in Boston and Brad Stevens?
I feel like he can. I mean, there's no one on the Celtics that is like a volume rebounder, and he can swallow up boards like nobody's business in that kind of system.
I just think he worked a lot better with a Stan Van Gundy system, where he'll work better than.
Well, but Stan Van Gundy wasn't the coach then. When Greg Monroe. Nice try, L.
Hold
on, ladies and gentlemen, we have a big fat L alert. A absolutely atrocious statement by Adam.
My information's wrong. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of some of that stupid and move on to the next thing on our list. More with the Celtics. Marcus Smart has been put on the trade block. We have a feeling
I knew that was going to happen.
Whenever you have Terry Rozier doing what he's doing, Marcus Smart's got to go. You can't have 3-point guards. And we're going to get to more on Terry Rozier in a minute.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Anyway, finally, the big question mark. The Thunder took a big L today to the Lakers. Do they trade Paul George?
Sad days in Thunder.
Do the Lakers trade Paul George?
I feel like they won't. He has said to the reporters many times that he wants to stick around. He hasn't exactly said that, but he's mentioned it and kind of pushed on it because him and Westbrook have been doing a lot of stuff off the court and they've become great friends.
Here's what I say. I say there is a 100% chance that Paul George is moved before the deadline. And listen to why. James Harden, Serge Ibaka. James Harden was moved before he could become a free agent because the Thunder were scared he was going to leave. Serge Ibaka was moved before the trade deadline because the Thunder were scared he wasn't going to leave. Here we go. Guess who's next? Kevin Durant. Thunder decided, hey, maybe we can keep an all-star, you know? Who knows? Well, let me tell you something. Kevin Durant ain't in Oklahoma City no more.
Just hear snakes all.
Either way, Kevin Durant had stuff to walk away from. Paul George has been there for a year. He hasn't done much.
This is why I feel like he's going to stay too. The Thunder, they could have gotten Blake Griffin for Paul George,
but they didn't.
It was on the table. That was a talk that was on the table, and the Thunder declined it.
But the Thunder aren't looking for a third star. In my opinion, it's quite clear that Russell Westbrook is not interested in playing with other good players anymore.
Yeah, he is.
Russell Westbrook has become solely a my stat guy.
The ball.
Russell Westbrook does not want a third star. The Thunder will look to do a Houston Rockets thing and surround him with shooters and go from there. That's what's going to happen there. Get Julius Randle and Contavious Caldwell-Pope there, and they'll make a lot of threes and they'll be happy.
I feel like I know that if they trade Paul George, my hope is that they would do it with the Lakers and just go ahead and send him where Paul George has said that he would possibly want to go, and get Julius Randle. That would be a great fit for the Thunder.
Well, with Paul George, it's like he's got a year. Isn't he got a year balance his contract?
This is it. He has an
He is
expired
an
contract.
unrestricted
You either
free
trade him to Los Angeles or he's going to go by his own. He ain't going to stay in OKC.
I don't know.
He ain't going to go.
I feel like he'll stick around.
If the Thunder were the 3 seed,
have hope.
I'd say
yeah.
But the Thunder are what, the 6 seed, the 7 seed,
he's
something
gone.
like that? They gone. He gone.
Now, I do have
It's
one
up.
thing that I know you disagree with, but I feel like Carmelo is going to decline his player option.
Carmelo
I know
Anthony
he's getting.
is
I know
not
he's
going
getting
to
paid.
decline his
I know he is getting paid a
There is
lot
not
of
a
money.
team in the league that is going to pay Carmelo Anthony that much money.
Listen to me, okay? So, I feel like he's going to decline it. I know he's getting paid a lot of money. No other team's going to pay him that much. But have you ever seen him play in that system? He has a frown on his face every day, every game.
But I'd go to work unhappy for $27 million a year.
He's already been paid a lot of money. He would possibly take a pay cut to get out of that system.
Not
That he is
at all.
not
Look where he's coming
enjoying
from. He's
himself.
coming from a sorry, sore, losing team in
But
New
he was
York.
the number one option.
And yeah, number one option. But
And now he's the number three
option.
But where's he
Exactly.
going to go and be a number one
Yeah.
option anymore? No.
Yeah, he's no.
This
He's
is what
not.
his career is now. He's just going to go try to
I
score.
understand.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's just going to keep his nose down and get as much money as he can before he retires.
Yep.
He's done everything he needs to do other than win a ring, and he's not going to go anywhere where he can get a ring.
I don't know. I feel like he would
He's a very
possibly
confusing character.
decline it.
No.
That is exactly right. He's a
very
very confusing. So you never know with Melo.
Yeah.
You never know.
He's a
Melo
great
Jello.
player, but I
No.
All right.
I
On that
I
note,
gotta
I'm
talk,
sure.
I gotta talk.
Okay.
What do you guys think about 0-8 on live television?
0-8
Oh,
on
no.
live television.
Oh,
The
take it
Cleveland
back.
Cavaliers. They have
Let's hear from
lost.
Adam first.
To clarify,
live-
the Cleveland Cavaliers have lost their past 8 games that were nationally televised by an average of 18 points. Now, I don't know about you, but I think I hear someone choking in the background, and it's the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I did too. Adam, let's hear
Adam, let's
Oh,
hear
man.
it.
Seriously.
LeBron's gone. Okay, I'm going to go I'm going to go a little bit back into our LeBron Golden State conversation. But I'm saying LeBron's gone. LeBron's done. He runs that team, and he's tired of running it. He's been running it for the past how many years he's been back.
Do you think that Isaiah Thomas is still getting the rust off, or do you think Isaiah Thomas is just a bad player now?
He's lost his hype. The hype is gone for
That's
him.
true.
There's no use for him.
How old is he? He's like
He's
what?
getting close to 30.
I'd
He's
say
upper
he's-
20s. He's not young anymore.
He's entering the end of his prime, and
Yes.
he's going to be going downhill.
And ultimately, he was an all-star because of Brad Stevens.
And he
Brad
was
Stevens, the
not a
greatest
player.
coach in the
I
NBA.
wouldn't
He was not a
Shut
player.
up. Brad Stevens.
He's a top. He's top 2 behind. Like him and Popovich are.
Popovich is.
Popovich has.
I love Popovich.
Look at the Spurs team.
Okay.
Look at that team
It's fair.
of old farts and then little undrafted rookies.
But
While we're
also-
on coaches and Cleveland, Tyrone Lue, you're the Cavs GM, in or out?
Gone.
Gone.
I say he's on too. I agree with Caleb.
I say he's in there because if I fire Tyrone Lue, I hire a different coach. That different coach may not let LeBron be the coach.
I don't know.
And if I'm Cleveland Cavaliers, I do everything I can to keep the best player in the world.
I would wait to see what LeBron does first, and then make my decision on Tyrone Lue.
So you're
So
saying,
you're saying like wait till the offseason?
Wait till the offseason. And there's no
Okay.
use of doing it now because,
that's fair. You say there's no right in the ship. You say the Cleveland Cavaliers are dead in the water.
yeah, there's.
Wow,
I'm
that's a bold prediction.
Coming from a Cavs fan himself too. Man,
I've been,
Rough one.
I watched LeBron's
Ouch.
press conference last night. I was
You're at a low-
I saw
you're
the
at a
doubt in
low
his
That's
eyes.
an all-time
Yeah,
low.
Yeah.
No, LeBron said himself to take every one of the Cavs games off national televised games. That's pretty crazy for
Pretty crazy.
coming from
It's
LeBron
It's
that
good.
wants to be known.
All right. On that note, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the bench player of the week.
All
Here
right.
at the Bench Bros, we come off the bench. We want to recognize game coming off the bench. This week's bench player, we talked about him earlier, is Terry Rozier. Now,
I feel
he started. This is fair. He started, but it was his first career start. Terry Rozier walks out, gets a triple-double.
that takes some
Second
mad
career
skill.
start. Second career
What did
start,
he-
walks out, drops 30.
31 to be exact.
31.
What do you
One above 30. That
One above 30.
He is.
Terry Rozier has been balling. I'm not sure if Uncle Drew gave him a little bit of that Uncle Drew medicine or what it's been, but Terry has been balling. That is for certain, ladies and gentlemen.
Even though Terry Rozier is on the worst team in the NBA,
That is
the Boston
incorrect.
Celtics, I mean, he is playing at one hell of a game.
Well, you can look and see who's number
Look,
1 in the East and
Dan-
who's number 2 in the East.
We
but
finally
that's
got to see why Danny Ainge would not allow Terry Rozier
It's
to
true.
be traded
This
for
offseason,
Paul George.
Paul George for Terry Rozier was discussed, and Danny Ainge said no. And I personally thought he was crazy, but looking at the Thunder problems and looking at how great Terry's been balling lately,
The Thunder
off
problems
the
are because
bench,
of
off
Melo.
the bench, and I love Terry. Terry for MVP. Right now.
Shout out to
Terry,
Terry.
Rookie of the Year.
Shout out to Terry.
I
Terry
say
can't be Rookie of the Year, Andy. That
I
is
don't
a
know why. I
dumbass
meant
statement.
6, but
That's see, I already got one. He's got one. All right, let's just do a counter.
the second fat L of the
I did
game.
not mean that.
Second fat L. However, L. Okay, we're gonna have to
Okay, we're
censor
not gonna be
that.
saying that.
I
Anyway,
meant 6 men of the year. How about that?
six man of the year? No.
No,
He's not 6 man.
there's Lou Williams.
Lou
Lou Williams has started too many
Oh, he
games.
started too
Lou
many
Williams
games.
is
Okay.
out of that conversation.
I would put him in that.
Could he be
Uh,
6 men?
Tyreke could be 6 man. Maybe. I don't know if he could. He started quite a few games.
Yeah.
It 6 man's kind of open. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on Terry.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's what I
Andy.
meant.
That's
You
fair.
ran around.
Oh,
Andy, you still
I don't
taking
know,
L
there's a
for
lot
that
of-
dumbass statement?
Yeah,
That's
that-
pretty fair.
There's a lot of good bench players this year. I can't believe
There
it,
is.
dude.
There is. And there's no one really standing
There-
out as you're going to be 6 man of the year.
There is no other podcast that is recognizing these bench players, dude.
Terry Rozier.
These
We show respect to
Bench
those.
Bros.
At the end of the
These
year,
guys.
at the end of the year, Bench Bros is going to be giving out our bench awards. We'll have bench MVP. We'll have bench 6 man, which is like the bench of the bench who did well. We'll have bench defensive player of the year. Just be on the lookout for
We'll-
Bench Bros to
we'll-
shout
yeah.
some guys out.
We'll
Yeah.
even have a
We-
bench 7th.
Bench
Here for you
recognizes
guys.
bench. That is what happens.
Bench recognizes
Put that
us.
on t-shirt.
Respect.
All right. Finally, last thing we're going to talk about before we let you go today is the AllStar Weekend. There's been several injuries. We talked about that before. Do we agree with who they replaced? Starting out, Goran Dragic is an All-Star now. I personally believe that's incorrect.
Oh, way incorrect.
I mean, okay, if they had to replace somebody from the East,
Simmons.
I would have picked Simmons over
Simmons.
Dragic.
Jalen Brown, Jason
Jalen Brown,
Tatum,
Jason
No.
Tatum.
Anyone. I mean, I don't know.
Miles
That's-
Turner.
No, don't get me
He's
wrong.
been
No.
having a good year this year.
No,
He's been having a
no,
good year.
no.
Don't
He's
get me
having a
wrong.
better year than Goran Dragic.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Goran Dragic
You
is a
compare
good
those
player.
two, and he's been having.
I mean,
Goran
yeah,
Dragic,
But he's
there's-
not all-star.
Is not
he's
Goran Dragic is an NBA starter. He's not an All-Star.
Goran Dragic was good on the what?
Phoenix Suns.
12 Suns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's when he was good.
Yeah,
Now he's washed up. He's
Yeah,
like 90 years old.
he really is.
He can't even dribble a basketball anymore. I mean, that's all what it comes down to.
he's a good player on a pretty good team. I mean, they
On a
aren't
team
the
that
best.
relies on their center way too much.
On a team
Way
that
too
needs
much.
something to get better. On a team that needed
Yes.
Gordon Hayward to sign with them this offseason.
They needed another star. They needed another guy.
They need
but
another guy who can put the ball in the bucket consistently.
I mean, even if you're looking at just the stats, Simmons still hasn't beat on just the stats.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Simmons gonna
I
be
mean,
all.
I don't-
There's
whatever.
no doubt.
That was the NBA. NBA picked him. Can't
Yeah,
argue, I guess.
so-
Adam Silver's done a lot of good things. We'll let this one slide, Commish. Dunk contest contestants. Got Victor Oladipo, Larry Nance Jr., Dennis Smith
This is
Jr.,
one
and
that
Aaron Gordon.
this is one
Exciting
that
showing.
really bugs me. How did Donovan Mitchell not make the
I know.
Donovan,
Mitchell.
how did Jalen Brown not make
Yeah,
it?
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown's
Jalen
another
Brown destroyed Kristaps Porzingis, and when asked about it, he said that was a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10 on what he can do.
Those are two guys that have potential. Yes, Larry Nance has done some amazing things. He has
Dennis
dunked.
Smith Jr.
He
But
has
Larry,
dunked
Larry
on people.
Nance
He's
is
a
not
big-
a flashy dunker. Larry
He's an
Nance is a
in-game-
game dunker.
He's an in-game dunker.
Dennis Smith Jr. is a game dunker. This
No, I'm
He's got,
okay.
he's got severe potential. He's got
I'm okay with
Smith
Dennis
Jr.
Smith.
He's got.
But I feel like, okay, Aaron Gordon has been in, this is what, his third
This will
dunk
be his
contest?
third.
That's
But
too much.
I don't know. I
Oh,
disagree
I
with
mean,
that because the first one he got snubbed. I think we can
Yeah.
all agree Aaron
Yeah,
Gordon should have
I-
won a dunk contest.
I feel like he should have gotten
And then
that.
last year he had an ankle injury, and apparently someone told him to use a drone, which was just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think he
ridiculous.
deserves a third shot to go out and get himself a win.
I don't-
He needs a
I don't
shuffle.
think he's gonna win.
I
to
don't,
be honest
well,
with you.
I don't,
Okay, who wins this?
I
Who
say
wins?
Smith.
You say Smith?
I
say
say
Smith.
Dennis Smith.
I say
I,
Dennis Smith.
I,
He's got hops.
I go with the old OKC guy, Oladipo. I feel like
know.
he's got it.
I'm going with Aaron Gordon.
I
don't
got
think,
Gordon too.
I don't
I-
think he can.
He's too
I
young.
feel Oladipo's got this. Oli.
Gordon.
He's got it, man.
Gordon has experience. These three guys first dunk
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well, no, I
true.
think
It's
Oladipo
actually-
was
Oladipo's
good.
been
Oladipo's
He-
been very
He's
good.
he was in there with
Smith Jr. first
Giannis.
dunk contest. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got that.
Nance Jr.'s first.
Yeah.
And then finally, moving on, the 3-point contest. This is one that I am fired up about. We got Klay Thompson, that's fine. We got Devin Booker, that's fine. Wayne Ellington, he's not a big name, but he shoots threes. I can live with that.
He's
Yeah.
Got
he's
Paul
earned it.
George.
He's
Paul
earned it.
George can shoot threes. He's a big name. Gotta get
Yeah,
some some people to watch it.
Exactly.
Bradley Beal, he can splash.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry, He's a pretty good
No,
three-point
he's
shooter.
great.
He could be a dark horse to win it.
Yeah, okay.
We got Eric Gordon, the defending champ. Of course, he has to be in it.
You have to.
And then we have Tobias Harris.
I don't know. I agree with Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Oh, wait.
I agree.
Tobias Harris has a C+3 in 2K.
If we're
That's
going on
2K
2K here.
Okay,
That's 2K though.
but Jason Tatum
You get all
is
your facts on 2K.
Jason Tatum
Rookie mode.
is the best standing three-point shooter in the
No,
history of the
I
NBA.
agree.
I feel
Jason
I
Tatum is
I
I
can
would
not
put
history,
Tatum
but-
in there. I
No,
would put Tatum
Jason
in there.
Tatum is a better shooter than Ray Allen will ever be. Would have ever been.
I think you're just kind of
I think we're still salty
I
about
think,
that.
I think you're
Like,
pledging more
I-
allegiance
yeah.
to your team, and then. Not,
But
you're looking
either
at-
way-
if you're looking at facts, then I agree with you.
Jason Tatum needs to be in the three-point contest. End of conversation.
Okay, so Tobias Harris is shooting I don't know how many threes a game. It's well over whatever Tatum's shooting, like what, three threes a game, 2 threes a game? Whatever, that's 2 or 3 threes a game. He's shooting 40% from the three-point line, which is great. I'm not dissing Jason Tatum at all. He is a great three-point shooter. But Tobias Harris is shooting way more, and he has been doing it at a huge volume this year.
Here's my question I have for you, Austin. Do you put Tatum in your rookie of the year?
I have him in my top 5.
Okay, then.
I say he's top 3.
Top
I say it goes Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum.
First half of the season for a rookie, it's been phenomenal. I think he's been doing great. He's got a tough rookie class. And
No,
this rookie
I am
class
not
is very
saying
tough.
that.
I think we need to take into consideration the fact that the Celtics are the best team in the Eastern Conference record-wise right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum is a
record-wise.
rookie. Jason Tatum is a rookie playing on the best team in the East.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's not easy. He's been asked to step in.
Dissing him at all.
They
He's
told
a great-
Jason
he's
Tatum,
a
they said,
great
you're going to
player.
get a year to develop. 5 minutes into the season, they said, ha, you're a starter now. Jason Tatum stepped up. Jason Tatum needs to be in the three-point contest. End of discussion.
All right.
How about
whatever.
this? How about this? Who's winning Rookie of the Year?
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons should, but it's gonna be
toss up.
it's gonna be a close race between Donovan Mitchell and
Yeah, Mitchell.
Ben Simmons.
Mitchell and Simmons.
That's fair.
I mean,
And possibly Tatum, but I think it's
Tatum is not, unless he completely balls out after the All-Star break.
Then
There's
some
no
talk.
way there's
Yeah.
no way that he takes top 2 positions.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell has had what 2 40-point games this year
Yeah.
as a rookie.
Donovan Mitchell
no-
was a steal with the 13.
And in a small market like Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and,
Wow.
Like
Utah was not going to be good this year.
Yeah,
Utah lost their best player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were going to be not good. And here they are. They got a rookie leading them.
Yeah.
They're balling.
They were gonna probably be I don't know. I was thinking they were gonna be a top 6 lottery team. Like they were gonna have top 6 pick this year. But
Absolutely.
Mitchell has come out and completely
He's
balled up
shown
for
himself, that's
the
for sure.
Jazz.
Well,
I
folks,
don't know.
that's all the time we have for you today. Remember, when you come back next time, your seat will be warm because we were warming it for you.
We've been
We
doing
are.
it.
We bench one.
We are
We got
the
you
bench
guys. We
bros.
got you.
Bang.
We're out.
Peace.